Today, we're doing an epic review of the Evergoods CPL24. In this video, we're gonna talk about the pros, the cons, we're gonna pack the bag out, and in case it's not the bag for you, you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video where I'll make some alternative bag recommendations that might better suit your needs. See you two later. Let's talk about the gist of the Evergoods CPL24. Now, it should be noted, we reviewed this bag a few years ago, but it was V2. This one, I believe, is V3. So we wanted to give you guys a look at the updated version, but also, over the past few years, this channel and the carry community has come a long way. So we wanted to, check in on this bag and see if it still stands up to its reputation. Because, if you don't know, this bag is made by Evergoods. Evergoods is run out of Bozeman, Montana, and they have a very passionate following. And many people in this world of bag enthusiasts thinks that this is the magnum opus of backpacks, like the almighty, the Julius Caesar, the Michael Jordan, the Mufasa. And there's a lot of reasons for all the acclaim this bag gets. Let's go over some of its top features. We've got a super clean front panel, a quick access horizontal front pocket that's complemented by a side handle and a laptop compartment, all on the same side. We've got a clamshell style opening to a fairly minimalist main compartment, a top quick access pocket with a pretty impressive amount of capacity, and a harness system that has proven to be quite controversial in the carry community. I'll kind of double click into that in two chapters. Right now, the CPL24 is available in black and coyote brown, but Evergoods colors are constantly changing depending on time of the year and seasons and promotions, so be sure to check their website to see what colors are currently available. Now, the bag is 24 liters. You can see for the dimensions, we got 17 inches height, about 12 inches width, and around 6 inches of depth at the base of the bag. And like I said, all that's 24 liters, which is an interesting size for a backpack. Because like 5 years ago, it would have been weird. They're like, well, it's too big for everyday carry, but too small for travel. But now with people carrying more tech stuff and wanting a bag that can kind of do it all, 24 liters is now like the size. And a lot of the world's best EDC backpacks are sized around this 24 liter region because it's kind of the best of both worlds. You can wear everyday carry, you can travel with it. For weight, we're looking at 3.2 pounds on scale number 1 and 3.1 pounds on scale number 2. This is the CPL24 when it's empty, and this is the CPL24 when it's fully packed out and worn on the Nomads Nation team. I'm 5'8", and Margaret is 5'2". And we're gonna pack out this bag throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. All Evergoods products are backed by their lifetime warranty against manufacturing defects, and based on the reviews online, they're very good about their warranty. They take care of their customers really well. And for all that, the CPL24 runs around $280 US. And if at any point in this review you're thinking to yourself, CPL, LFG, I'm totally in, I'm getting one. Or you wanna find out more information, we do recommend that you do so using the first link in the description below. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel and team, so we can keep cranking out the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk about the front of the Evergoods CPL24. One thing I love about this bag is its clean front aesthetic, right? We do have this horizontal pocket right here, but it's discreetly covered by this flap without compromising its accessibility. Personally, I'm not crazy about Evergoods branding here because it's like a patch branding, right? All right, so if you don't put a patch on there, it's just kind of this fuzzy dude just like chilling there. What's up? Hey. So then it forces me to become a patch person. Where's the patch? But thankfully, I've got a cool patch. Boom, subscribe. You know what to do. Make it happen. So if you are into patches, you'll probably love this whole vibe. But really the front of this bag comes down to this quick access pocket. Let's talk about it. Because this front compartment is sort of the whole soul and design theory of the bag, right? And I love it because I am a sucker for quick access, right? This is an urban bag. Well, actually, technically, Evergoods bags are crossover bags. They want bags that look good on a hike or in a business meeting. And this kind of does the best of both worlds. But let's say I am in the city, right? When I need something, I don't want to take my bag off, put it on the ground, unzip, and like do that whole dance. I want to just swing the bag around and then kaboom, grab what I want. But here's some interesting notes about this pocket. It requires a left shoulder swing and a right hand grab, which is a little prescriptive because some people who are right-handed think that it should be a right hand swing and a left hand grab. Now for me, I am not that picky. I just kind of train myself and then I get used to it. But I guess there's some debate is like, if you're right-handed, do you swing righty or do you grab righty? But one really non-controversial thing about this pocket is look at that space, right? Now some bags, they'll have a pocket like this and it'll be flush, tight. And you'll be like trying to grab things and your hand might get caught on zippers and you might end up bleeding. But Evergoods are absolute freaking wizards about creating capacity in pockets. Capacity you wouldn't even expect there to be. Inside the pocket, we have a mesh zippered pocket and then 2 pockets made out of the internal lining. Let's pack it out so you can get an idea of what this compartment can fit. So I think for most of us, we're just gonna use this compartment for smaller things, right? We got the zippered mesh pocket, which by the way, Evergoods mesh, not my favorite. No elasticity to it. It's like a sharper, harder, non-elastic mesh, but it's quite durable. So for me, I'm gonna throw my wallet in that pocket, keep it nice and safe, yet still accessible. And in the 2 lining pockets, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a passport size notebook. This is a phenomenal 1-bag travel pack, so passport going right there is perfect. And then I can go ahead and put a pen in this last pocket right there. And then boom, we got wallet, notebook / passport, pen. You can also switch this out, let's say no notebook, and then replace it with your sunglasses, right? These pockets are quite versatile. But like I said, we were talking about capacity. So I just wanna showcase what this pocket is capable of, because 22-ounce water bottle, you wanna pop in there? I don't know why you would, but you have the option. Do you wanna also put a sweater on top of that 22-ounce water bottle? I don't know why you would, again, but it's not about why you would sometimes. It's more about just like, I want that option just in case. And yeah, is it a really tight fit with both these things? Yeah. Would you probably ever put both these things in there at the same time? Nah. But sometimes you're caught in a pinch, right? And you're like, oh, my bag's full and I got a sweater and a water bottle. I don't know where to put it. Boom, pop it in the front. And that again is kind of showcasing what Evergoods just does better than most other carry brands, giving you that extra space for those times when you need it. They're so good at that. But for me, I think it's a perfect spot for my over-the-head headphones. Pop them in there. Front pocket, done. Now let's talk about the middle of the Evergoods CPL24. Side number 1, super flush, super clean, no water bottle holders. And this is one of the biggest points of criticisms of the Evergoods CPL24 is the lack of any hydration support on the exterior of the bag. And it's like, we all feel like they could have just thrown something here, right? Their counter argument is that a water bottle here would sort of defeat the whole horizontal access, right? Because you're not gonna be able to put a water bottle on this side, a water bottle holder. So if you had it here, but you're carrying the bag like this and you're doing the horizontal thing and you put the bag down, water bottle there. I mean, I kind of get it. I'm also not like a die-hard need a water bottle holder on my backpack type person. But are you? Let me know, like, is that a deal breaker for you with the CPL24? Or even let me know, like, would you prefer to see this bag with a water bottle holder? I want to hear your water bottle holder thoughts in the comments below. Flip it over to the other side though, we can now talk a bit more about that horizontal sort of integration, right? We got this handle right here, which I like and don't like. I like its width and its ease of grabbing. But when this bag is really packed out, it can be a little painful to carry because you can see on this handle, there's like a plastic sheet in there. And there's actually an aluminum bar underneath there, which is great because it helps to give like this bag extra support, but it also adds extra weight. You can remove the aluminum frame. Just a lot of interesting things happening with this bag, with this handle, with Evergoods in general. They're so cool. And then on either side of the handle, we have a couple external lash points that you can clip a carabiner onto, if that's your bag. Top handle, same situation. Got that little plastic sheet in there. When this bag is really fully packed out, I did find it to be a little like, ow. Like, it's like, I kind of miss like the beefy, luxurious, mattressy, like Aer handles where it just feels so nice in your hand. It gets the job done, just not my favorite. But now let's get into the main compartment. This compartment is accessible with 2 chunky YKK numero 10 zippers, reverse coil, not PU coated. There is a DWR spray, which is a water resistant spray. But keep in mind that a spray like this will wear off in 6 to 12 months, no questions asked. So you have to either accept the fact that it's not gonna maintain its weather resistance, or you have to reapply the DWR spray on the CPL yourself. I love Evergoods zipper pullers, very classy. And because of the way they're configured, they're very easy to swap out, making it easier for you to customize your own bag. Got these little leverage tabs down here, making it easier to open and to close the bag. And you can see we're in full clamshell style. On this side of the bag, we have zipper compartment and a zippered mesh compartment. And then on the other side, we have this little sleeve right here and some mole attachment points. And you can see right here with that metal frame with the handle I was talking about, this is very, very bizarre on a bag, or should I say innovative, or somewhere in between, right? So you can see that metal piece, you can actually take it out, but I personally am not much of a DIY. Margaret always laughs at me. I always get that one wrong. DIYers, so I would leave it in there, but if you want to get crazy with it, more power to you. All right, I'm gonna showcase to you how this bag works, fully packed out. Let's do it. Now, like I said, 24 liters is sort of an interesting size because it's a big everyday carry for most people, or a small travel bag, but like it can do both. So let's pretend we're going traveling. I'm gonna throw a reading book in this back sleeve here. Perfect spot for your favorite novel. Peak Design standard packing cube right here. Absolutely perfect fit. Got an Aer packing cube I can shove at the top. Modern day Fare tech pouch going right there. We're gonna really test out this capacity and throw a hoodie right there. Then on the flip side, we got these mesh pockets. Yet again, this mesh, not my favorite. I like a little bit of expansion in my mesh, but Evergoods being the capacity wizards they are, they got you covered. It still works pretty well. You can see we got a notebook here as well. Perfecto. Put my adapter in this top pocket. Now you can see we're really pushing the limits. Think it'll close, Margaret? I got a very half-confident yes, but I think she is absolutely correct. And honestly, while it's 24 liters, yeah, it feels like 24, 25, somewhere around there. When you really pack this thing out, you're like, damn, that's kind of like a 26. But what's great about this bag is that we just decked it the F out and it still maintains a very nice silhouette, still looks beautiful. And because of their wizardry with capacity, this front pocket is still very accessible, right? I can still grab the things that I need right there. It hasn't tightened up too much. This is just what Evergoods do, except for water bottle holders. Apparently, that's not what they do. I just feel like they're right there, just gonna slid one in. Doesn't bother me. And I gotta admit, I know that I'm going like super hardcore nerd rant right now into all the details about this bag. But if you're here, you might be digging that. And if that's the case, I wanna let you know that here at Nomads Nation, we don't just do like nerdy rants on backpacks in our YouTube reviews, but we also do nerdy rants on backpacks in our world-class newsletter, which we call the Nomads Nation newsletter. In that newsletter, I give you a weekly or bi-weekly deep dive into what's happening in the world of carry, from the biggest new bag drops, limited edition collabs, high-tech advancements in fabrics and materials, a little industry gossip, and everything in between. So if you wanna stay up to date with what's happening in this revolution of the carry community, be sure to look for this globe emoji in the description below. There you can sign up to the Nomads Nation newsletter, and I hope to see you in your inbox. Back to this guy. Okay, let's talk about the back of the Evergoods CPL24. First up, we got this top yoke pocket. Again, impressive capacity, minimalist layout, just the key leash right here. I'm not crazy about a key leash being there. It's like, I wish the key leash was in here because I want quick access to swing my bag around and grab my keys. I don't want to take my bag off every time I gotta unlock the door. So that's annoying. But what's less annoying is the impressive capacity in this compartment. Due to also how it is configured with these shoulder straps, you can see actually this compartment is actually built into sort of the shoulder straps a little bit. So that gives you a little bit extra room to play with, which for example, I believe the Evergoods Cap 0.5 should fit in here nicely. A little tight, but I think it will indeed make the cut. Now let's talk about laptops in the CPL24. Because we got horizontal access to this laptop compartment, which has pros and cons to it. On the pro side, it's built in with the configuration of the whole horizontal access of the CPL24, right? Front pocket, handle, laptop, luggage pass-through, which we'll talk about in a second. It's also got this divider in here, pretty nice padding on both sides. And because of this divider, it's helped to give this part a little bit of a false bottom. Otherwise, the bottom of this compartment at the bottom of the bag, which means if you drop your laptop could potentially be destroyed. But because of this integration, you can see that my 13-inch MacBook Pro fits very nicely in there, and it stops right around here. That's the spot. So which means if you do drop your bag, laptop's elevated, less likely to be destroyed. But I do find that horizontal laptop compartments like this can be a little bit more challenging to access, especially when the bag is packed out. Not impossible, but something about that vertical, a lot easier sometimes. Let's test out the laptop sizes though. I got a 3D printout of a 16-inch MacBook Pro, and this bag's really packed out, so give Evergoods some credit there, but you can see, nice fit. Then we also have a cutout of a 17-inch Dell XPS 17 9700. I feel less confident about this one. Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's gonna be working too well. But if you don't want it to be in the laptop sleeve, I think it could fit. Nope, 17-incher, at least this cutout. Not gonna happen. And check it out too, you see this zipper on the back right here? That gives you access to like this hidden compartment with this plastic sheet, which is part of the structure of Evergoods back panel. And you can actually remove the sheet if you're a DIYer, right? Got it. I'm not, but you might want to, potentially, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Let's talk comfort, breakdance. I find Evergoods bags to be very comfortable. Shoulder straps, look at that cushioning, look at that styrofoam padding in it. It's got great rebound to it. It's light, the contorted sort of shapes, that sort of S shape, it fits the flow of your torso. So I'm a big fan of the shoulder straps. I do wish that the back panel had a bit more ventilation. A lot of the Evergoods super fans, they're like, dude, this is the most ventilated back panel ever. And I'm like, is it though? Is it like, have you tried an Aer backpack? Have you really tried one? Because these stitches here, you know, they provide some ventilation, and the actual fabric itself, I understand, is ventilated, but it's not gonna do as well as like a 3D, like kind of molded one where just air can make its way through. I'm sorry, you're not gonna be able to convince me. You can try, but it won't work. But one thing I don't love about Evergoods bags is the lack of strap management, right? We got these nylon webbing, and it's just sort of flying all over the place. And me, and a lot of people in this community prefer a more flush, sort of tidy experience, and Evergoods is like, oh yeah, those little 2-cent web holders that we could have easily added onto your bag that cost $300? Yeah. Which makes this little guy very angry. But the sternum strap is great, shoulder straps are great. The only problem that you might face in terms of comfort with the Evergoods CPL24 and every Evergoods bag is the lower back panel. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Evergoods digging into back, and like thousands of articles are gonna pop up. Because Evergoods frame, this plastic sheet, sort of gives the bag a little bit of an arc, which follows the arc of your back a little bit, but not all backs are made the same. So some people's backs, like this ends up just like digging into here. Now it doesn't for me. I notice it for sure, like I'm noticing it right now, but it's not painful to me. It never has been. I've worn a lot of Evergoods bags. I've heard that if you take that plastic sheet out, you can eliminate the back pain, but some people are like, oh, but then it's not comfortable to wear at all. Like I said, I'm not much of a DIYer, so do your own research, but for me, all I can say is it's an extremely comfortable wearing experience. Let's talk about the pros and the cons of the Evergoods CPL24. Pro number one is the amazing capacity and how much versatility it gives you in your carrying options. Pro number two is I love the horizontal access integrated throughout the bag. And pro number three, I'm gonna say comfort. I find these shoulder straps to be incredibly comfortable. But on the flip side, I got some cons. Here they are. Con number one, lack of a luggage pass-through holder. Con number two, lack of a water bottle holder. Look at this real estate. I feel like I could sew one in there. And con number three, while I don't personally have a problem with it, many people on the web claim that this back panel digs into their lower back. But if you're still here and you've weighed the pros and the cons, and you're thinking to yourself, OMG, YES, CPL, that's for me, and you're gonna make a purchase, we do recommend you do so with the first link in the description. That's where you can get the best price, and if we have any discount codes, that's where they are. But you also might not be quite sold. You might still be here for that tease I brought up earlier. Let's talk about a couple alternative bag recommendations. Alternative recommendation number one is gonna be the Evergoods CTB26. Great option for you if you like the whole Evergoods vibe and style, but you really wanted the water bottle, you really wanted the luggage pass-through, and you don't mind the bag being slightly bigger at 26 liters. Alternative suggestion number two is gonna be the Aer City Pack Pro. Great option for you if you're looking for a world-class everyday carry / travel bag at 24 liters, but you wanna see it done a different way, something a little bit more urban and sophisticated and refined. And I do think a bit more comfortable and versatile in some ways as well. Both these bags have their own set of pros and cons, and to discover what they are, you can just watch these videos right here. If you got any questions about any bags, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.